The Liebherr LRB piling and drilling rig can not only be equipped with a rotary head, a press or hydraulic hammer, but also with a vibrator or a ring vibrator. Vibrators can be used to drive all sheet piles, steel beams, combined profiles, as well as steel tubes with a corresponding clamp system. Ring vibrators can be used to drive tubes with varying diameters or H-beams with excess length. The LRB, the Universal Piling and Drilling Rig from Liebherr. The Leipzig City Tunnel establishes a link between the two Leipzig terminus railway stations, Leipziger Bahnhof and the Bayerischer Bahnhof. In the course of this new construction, a trench for the tunnel is to be constructed to the south, on land belonging to the former Bayerischer Bahnhof. Since the tunnel is submerged at groundwater level, an anchored sheet pile wall must be produced to secure the trench, which is incorporated in the stevedores. The walls have been produced by steel sheet piles in pairs, with a maximum length of 32 meters. The Bayerischer Bahnhof, which is a listed building, directly borders the sheet pile wall. When sheet pile walls are installed by vibrators near such listed buildings, particular demands are placed on the emissions which the buildings are subjected to. DIN 4150, dealing with vibrations during construction work, deems vibration speeds of 3 through 8 millimeters per second to be their reference value for building impact. Only 3 millimeters per second are permitted for the Bayerischer Bahnhof building. When driving the first sheet piles, it turned out that despite the driving method using high-frequency vibrators with variable moment and low-pressure water jetting, the vibrations exceeded the permitted value. The values were measured with 3 axial sensors attached to various points of the building. It was therefore necessary to take further action to reduce emissions. Depending on the geological conditions, those areas where the ground was stiff to very stiff were pre-vibrated with an IPP beam with water jetting assistance. This beam was vibrated into place where the pan of each sheet pile should be. Subsequently, the sheet piles were driven into these pre-vibrated areas, also using water jetting. This enabled the maximum admissible vibration speed to be complied with. Bottom grouted sealing is performed in order to reduce the lateral infiltration of water to the base of the sheet pile wall. Producing the bottom grouted sealing. The steel sheet pile is driven, water jetting assisted, in the usual manner until just short of its final depth. The water flow is then switched to suspension flow. Vibration is ceased as soon as the sheet pile has been driven into its final depth and it has been ensured that the suspension flow has reached the bottom of the sheet pile. Then the sheet pile is pulled out again while continuing to pump the suspension. Once the planned upper limit of the sealing has been achieved, suspension pumping is stopped and the sheet pile is again lowered into its end depth. The sealing suspension must be selected such that, apart from the sealing function, it is possible to pull the sheet pile back out. Hydraulic hardening ready mixes for cut-off wall construction can be used.